Hello everyone, welcome back to Joan's MMA Corner. My name is Joan. Today, very exciting news. I recently went out on Saturday with my friends for a birthday celebration. And while I was there, I was missing out on UFC fight night, but while I was on Instagram, I saw some headlining news. Some news that I'm just super excited for. I think you guys already know. Jon Jones is confirmed to come back March 4th, UFC 285 against Cyril Gane, the I guess #1 contender right now for the championship. They're both going to be fighting for that championship. Francis Ngannou is gone. I will make a video about that next. You guys can do your own research on that. Probably even beat me before I make the freaking video. But we have Jon Jones coming back to fight Cyril Gane. It's been 2 years since we last saw Jon Jones in that octagon. I've missed him. The things that Jon Jones does in that octagon is amazing. And the fact that we're able to see that now against some bigger guys, that's some stronger opponents. I mean, we're in for a good treat on March 4th. And the undercard of that is probably going to be really good too. I've already seen some news, not yet confirmed, but they are working for a lot of things. I heard that one of the things that they were working for, not confirmed yet again, but it was Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush at UFC 285, same card as Jon Jones versus Cyril Gane. But we'll talk about that later on. Hopefully that happens. UFC, if you're watching this by any chance at all, make that happen. Let's keep talking about Jon Jones and Cyril Gane. Off the bat, he was going to have to fight for either the championship belt or somewhere for the next fight afterwards to get to that championship belt. Before we even had this announcement, we had it up to 3 people that we thought that he was gonna fight. We thought that he was gonna fight either Stipe Miocic, Cyril Gane, or the champion himself, Francis Ngannou, who is no longer here with us in the UFC. So what they did was have the 2 next competitors and just put them straight up. And I feel like Jon Jones, even though he isn't a ranked competitor in heavyweight, I feel like he deserves to be placed at the #1 top holder in any division that he would want to fight in. I think he's just earned that level of respect. Is respect the right word that I'm looking for? I'm gonna say respect because it makes sense. Like, dude, look what this guy has done in this octagon. I'm pretty sure everyone will be okay with him going straight for the championship. If you're complaining about it, comment down below why, because I don't understand it. There's some people who still are opposed to the idea of Jon Jones going straight for the championship belt. Again, don't know why. I would love to know your guys' feedback. If you guys have any idea what people think those things, please do let me know. Anyways, who do I think is going to win the fight? I think we should just go straight off the bat to that. I think this is a very early prediction, and I'll explain exactly why. Oh shit, you scared the hell out of me. We have Jon Jones, who's a very natural competitor. We've seen him work over the years for like the past, I don't even know how long. He was 20 years old when he became champion, I think. 22? He was 20 in the UFC, but he was very early when he became the lightweight champion of the light heavyweight division. So for him to come back into the UFC after a long time and actually doing good against his opponents it's you can't doubt it. These opponents are very good still, but he just has many levels of experience ahead of them. Cyril Gane is a very good striker. We've seen him in the past go against some tough opponents. Taito Ivasa, who's known as a powerhouse. We thought that, who knows, whoever got that lucky shot was gonna go out, and they both did. If you recall that fight, they both got a lucky shot on each other. They both went out at least once throughout that fight. But at the end of the day, Cyril Gane had that superior striking and ended up winning that fight in the 3rd round. So we know that he's amazing at striking, but when he challenged against Francis Ngannou, the champion at that time, for the belt, what did he lose to? He lost to wrestling. And Francis Ngannou wasn't the biggest wrestler. Again, these heavyweights are known for these powerhouse hits. One hit could change the entire fight, and you never know when it's going to happen. It could be just a simple little jab, a nice little hook, and boom, they go down to the floor. When you're going against these powerhouse guys, there's not enough time to be thinking about striking, about distance management, because they're just there ready to freaking knock your head off. Francis Ngannou had to stick to his wrestling, which, again, as I was saying, he isn't the best wrestler, but that's enough for him to win the fight against Cyril Gane, who's predominantly a striker. So we have a striker who doesn't know too much wrestling, or hasn't shown at least too much wrestling, and we have Jon Jones, who we've seen many times in the past, and he's very versatile in all areas of MMA. He's a great wrestler. He showed that against DC twice To go against a wrestler like DC and do well against him, to counter those takedowns, to reverse those takedowns against an Olympian wrestler like DC, a double champ, light heavyweight and heavyweight champ. I mean, that's Jon Jones for you. It doesn't get better than that. I think even that in itself will probably explain to you why I think Jon Jones will have enough to beat Cyril Gane in the end. Cyril Gane is an amazing competitor, and there's no disrespect to him. But when it comes to those levels, you know where Jon Jones is at compared to Cyril Gane. They're both at a very high level, but Jon Jones is just a step, maybe even 3 higher than Cyril Gane. And there are a lot of other prospects in that light heavyweight division or in the heavyweight division to get ready for Jon Jones. But again, Jon Jones is very tactical. If he can't beat you one way, he's going to find another way to beat you. And I'm not saying that other fighters don't do that, but he's just very, very well at doing it. He knows how to keep you at the exact distance that he wants to keep you at, to the point where he hits you and he controls you, but he doesn't get hit at all. And of course, he has gotten hit before big times, but it's that chin of Jones too. This man does not go down easy. And when you think he's going down, he's really not. He's just setting something else up. He's very sneaky with his attacks. And right now he's training with Henry Cejudo, someone who knows a variety of different techniques. So any information that they're exchanging between the two, Henry Cejudo is going to be fighting in later on against Aljamain Sterling. And if they just keep this training, imagine a goat and another goat training with each other. Imagine how insane they're going to be after each camp. Henry Cejudo is going to be a beast against Aljamain Sterling. So Jon Jones training with him and him learning from Henry Cejudo and Henry Cejudo learning from Jon Jones, they're both going to be ready for this fight. I really don't doubt that either of them are going to lose. Knock on wood, because I really don't want that to happen. I'm going for Jon Jones this fight. Who do you guys think is going to win this one? Cyril Gane's last fight against Taito Iwasa, you saw them both go blow for blow. They were right in front of each other, attacking, pa, 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 pa. And you saw them both in their danger zones. Maybe it wasn't the way Cyril Gane usually fights. He still started incorporating more of the technique, the more technical side in his fight against Taito Iwasa. But there were some moments where he just forgot technique, decided to go straight at him against a big powerhouse like Taito Iwasa, where again, one punch can equal a knockout. And he learned. He said, nah, I can't do this no more. I need to back up, keep him at distance, get these kicks in, start picking him apart. So that mentality of learning that adjustment right away is something that Cyril Gane does have under his arsenal. But again, Jon Jones has it maybe a little bit better. You see a lot of his past fights. Let's just stick to his last one against Dominic Reyes. It was very, very close. A lot of people say it was a controversial win. I'd have to completely rewatch that fight. But from what I do remember, I think I was agreeing with what people were saying about it being a controversial win. But either way, it's not like he won by a landslide or Dominic Reyes lost by a landslide. No, it was a very close match. And between the two, you saw that level of skill in that octagon, the way they were fighting, the way they were measuring each other, the way they were exchanging blow for blow, kicks. They were just very versatile. And I don't know, I think the experience of the fighters that Jon Jones has fought already might be different compared to the fighters that Cyril Gane has fought. Again, I think Cyril Gane has probably gone against more power-reliant fighters in the past, but nobody near as technical as a guy as Jon Jones. Jon Jones knows exactly what he's looking for, exactly what to avoid, how to set you up, and how to put you in that trap. And those shins, man, watch out for those kicks, because I feel like it's either you break the distance by going in and starting attacking him from close by, good luck with that one, or you go in and you go out, and you make him start playing in your distance. That's the only way I really do see somebody beating Jon Jones, and it's not going to be easy. Even just saying going in and out is going to be very, very difficult to get into Jon Jones's distance and not fall into his trap. He's very, very good at it. I don't know what else to say of how else Jon Jones can lose. It's just very hard to say. Jon Jones, I know he's just a man. I know he's been out for 2 years out of this sport, but those 2 years, he seems like he's been making up for them. He seems like he's been training really hard. He's been getting used to that heavyweight weight He's been getting that healthy muscle, not just fat and getting to that weight. He's actually a fucking heavyweight. Yeah, and all of his attributes just add on top of everything. He's a big guy, has muscle in all the right places. He's very fast. He's very smart. His fight IQ is off the charts. And I think he has enough to take the belt, to take the entire division, to be honest with you. I mean, if you really think about it, who's going to challenge Jon Jones right now? Who do you guys think in the heavyweight division is actually a challenge for Jon Jones? And I'm not saying like challenge as in to fight him. I'm saying, who do you guys think can actually beat Jon Jones? If you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. It's the same that everyone says in the UFC. Who do you think has what it takes to beat Jon Jones? It's not Francis Ngannou, because Francis Ngannou isn't here. That would have been an interesting one. The champ. Cyril Gane is going to be a more display of technical skill. I think so. Unless Jon Jones just fucking rips him apart. Next, let's talk about Tai Tuivasa. Tai Tuivasa's a powerhouse. This man's a dog. He can fucking fight. But I don't think Jon Jones will even let him near him. I think he'll keep him at that distance, as I've been saying, and just start picking him apart, just like Cyril Gane, just like Francis Ngannou, just like every one of these heavyweights that are more stationary and wait for that punch, you know? Or they go for the takedown. They're not going to go for a takedown against a guy like Jon Jones, against a wrestler like Jon Jones. This man's just going to flat out sprawl, twist, and get your ass. So you better be careful with that one. And when it comes to striking, this guy's a masterclass striker too. He's just very versatile, very well-rounded fighter, if not the most well-rounded fighter. That's why that's a huge debate that everyone still has to this day. I think that if he were to go into this fight, ended up winning this fight against Cyril Gane, becoming the heavyweight champ, I don't think we can debate anymore on who's the best fighter to ever walk this earth. I think it might be Jon Jones, or at least in the UFC. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody else in a different promotion company that does better than Jones, but from what I haven't heard anybody do it better than him. This guy's just the man. He's Jon Bones Jones. Breaks bones. I don't know. I think Jon Jones is going to take it. I don't see him losing. I think he's going to be more than ready. I'm just hoping Cyril Gane is, because he's up for a challenge against Jon Jones. It's not going to be easy to defeat this man. Who knows? Maybe just one punch. Maybe just one punch is all it takes. One good punch from a heavyweight. But it's going to be very hard landing that punch against the guy like Jon Jones. I think I'm going to leave it there at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys happen to enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Who do you guys think is going to win this fight? How do you guys think he's going to win this fight? Leave all your comments, all your thoughts down in the comments down below. I'll make sure to read all of them. I really do like engaging conversation with you guys, seeing what you guys have to say. Love all you other UFC fans. It's just a huge community. Keep it positive down there. I'll see you guys all in the next video. See ya.